Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Hello, Twitch. I'm back. Okay, SB. We're gonna make some science producers today. I have prepared a couple of cups. We are gonna get to level 2 once we get to Minmus with the thing we're making today. Um, hmm, this thing is almost a little bit too big for what I intend to do. Because I'm gonna make us orbiting lab. We're gonna put this here. And we're putting a second one there. Oh yeah, that's what I like. Now you see what I mean by this is a bit big. Now here's a question. Do I want a pilot in this one? Because I think I kind of do. Maybe we just put a command module here. Let's fill this with peeps. I don't want my mains. But I do think... Actually, do I? Do I have another pilot? Yes, I do have a one-star pilot. This is gonna get enough XP from orbiting Minmus to get to get the stuff, you know? To get the stuff. We're gonna take an engineer with us, cause why not? And obviously scientists. And you guessed it, another scientist. So I'm gonna plop some kind of fuel container on there. Ideally one that just perfectly fits. That should do it. That one's too big. That one's not bad. Ooh. But before I do that, I'm gonna give this thing a little bit more control. Ooh, we might need at least a little bit. Just in case. Just in case. I want the fuel container that's kind of in the middle. Will I get a better result if I sort this by size? I hope. No? Yes. I don't have to like go for these small ass cold thingies. So Wolfhound seems fitting. This is just, I mean, first of all, I like having a little bit of stuff here. Like, you know, what? Wait, I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyway, this is what we're gonna park. And I'm gonna make sure this is at least a little bit. It has capabilities, you know? So we're gonna put on some docking ports. Let's put them on like this. That should look like you can get in from there. You can always transfer around. I kind of want to have like a cabin in between there. We also need a bunch of instruments and a bunch of science for this. Mm, um. Mm, I mean, these things obviously are there to be a little bit. We can do some stuff though. We can add things, you know, the likes. Some very simple small group capacity thing would be great. This wouldn't be where people actually go. However, yeah, you know what? It's not a bad idea to have the docking thing here. Um, so a little bit of power, has some charge. I think that's good. Yeah. We should still have basically enough delta V to get us a good orbit. But since this part is more likely gonna be used once we're actually around Minmus, I think I'm just gonna go classic and add some colds again. Yeah, doesn't rob us of too much delta V. Let's have us have some control. I think that's a good choice. Now let's start with some nice amount of communication. Having at least a good relay is gonna help us a lot. And maybe no, I don't think I need to have a combination thing, since this is already pretty good. Maybe I want to have some component here where I put stuff in. But this relay antenna should give us all the communication needs we have. Now what I do want is to put some more batteries in here, because otherwise I'm gonna be sad. And that's probably gonna be enough. Yeah, hopefully. With these in mind, I don't think I need to think about certain things. Ooh, I kind of wanted to have some of these things. The Sentinel infrared telescope. Wait. Okay, we're gonna change up how we're doing the pod, I think. Some kind of slightly different control module is gonna do it. Yeah, I like the look of this. And a telescope on top. I think that's great. We could putting some of these dishes here. Might not be a bad idea to have some additional production. And if we have an engineer on here, which we will. Our pilot gets in the copula thingy. The engineer in one of these things. And we want to keep the scientists all in here. And that should be what I want here, mostly. In terms of energy, I think this is good enough. Don't necessarily need that many different things. I'm not quite sure how much I can like reset this at all. Seems to be, you know, not resettable. Okay, otherwise we're just gonna do the regular thing. 2, just to be a little bit more balanced. Maybe I just go for one of these. We're getting a little bit imbalanced, but I think we can manage. Especially if we fiddle around with this a little bit. I should probably have some of this stuff too. I don't actually know how these things work, where they work, but having science, lots of it, kind of what we're going for here. It's all gonna go into the labs. That is the point. And I'm not quite sure how viable the current part is. My biggest concern here is that we're very long. Very long. Which it's a tiny bit of a problem here. It might prove to be a problem. But ideally one we can work with. I have a separator here, that's good. Okay. So I think of that, I want a fairly small... Not the thingy, that's not that big. Probably not gonna be small at all. That's the biggest thing I have in that regard. Da, 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 da. A little bit longer. A little bit longer is definitely fine. Da, 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 da. Honestly, not even quite sure how well these vector engines are. If you compare them with maybe some modded stuff. Oh. Da, 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 da. Oh lol. This thing just this stage has almost enough to get me into orbit. I kinda love it. Even though not that strong. Well, not strong enough. Okay, now one thing that I always need to remember is I need to put the aerodynamics on before the boosters, because I do like the 2 boosters on each side, 1 booster on each side method much more than the other methods. And it's a little bit, well, one doesn't really want to do false symmetry when you have some 2 symmetry things. Just weird. Especially since the game seems to handle these other symmetries just fine. So we're gonna slap some more stuff on here. I wish you could just say, hey, I want this in 45 degrees. I want the snap to be 45 degrees. That looks good, I think. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for us. Hopefully. It might not be a bad idea to put some more control there. Like here. Are we still good? We're still good. Now the control is a little bit better distributed. And that should be what we need. I want to start these immediately. That's how I prefer it. And the moment these get uncoupled, I want to start this stuff. Like that should basically be our thing. Remember, we don't plan to come back with this, but we obviously need to plan for, well, we need to make this properly strutted. Also, hot take, struts are infinitely better than just auto strut. Obviously that's not gonna work. Okay, that should be pretty well. Should do pretty well. I hope. We can reset these things via engineers. No, via scientists. We have scientists and we have the processing lab. So that should be fine. We have all our scientists. We are in need of one remaining thing. Now we're good to go. Well, obviously we need of two things. Now we're good to go. So, honestly, a little bit weak, huh? Oh, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. Space lab, space Labrador. But we're gonna figure out that problem together. Also, I guess I can just have this thing in here already. I put it at like some speed. That'll be fine. Actually, I mean, I can just not have it on yet. And I think that's more than good. Save. Let's go. I wonder if I should have started some things a little bit more. That's always the age-old question. How many things do we need to strut? Uh, um, seem to be just a little bit wonky, a little bit wobbly. Give me just a tiny amount of speed. Honestly, no, we seem to be fine and in terms of thrust weight. Maybe we're not. No, you're just being weird. Now we are. I should have figured this stuff out way earlier. This hole that you can look at your thrust weight here. Which is very good if you wanna have a more balanced approach. A slower ascent, so you don't run too much into frictions. In fact, I can probably turn the engines off here. Oh, maybe I need a little bit more of those engines since they give me control, huh? And that's very important. They give me a lot of control, honestly. Wait, something's wrong. Or might be wrong. I am honestly no, I do need these engines. They are very much a thing I'm in need of. And we have already reached the first part. Very well. Very good. I don't know whether it's the best approach yet. But to me, this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Hey there, Michelle. Honestly, I tend to do that, but with these, since they worked, I completely stop doing it for these particular ones. And just hope nothing important explodes. If I have something more complicated, I do tend to do this. Because obviously otherwise things do not work out as you would like them to be working out. But yeah. That tends to be usually what I put on. If they're a little bit too rambunctious. But only then. Now I feel what I really should be doing is limit the gimbal of these vector engines. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Okay. So, by the way, what we're doing is science. Ooh. That reminds me, I do have to do this now. Because since we're doing science, are you kidding me? I need a solar orbit for this. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. I hate having to do solar orbits. Maybe we try one at Minmus. I mean, the whole point today is to put things in the lab. And clean experiments. So I have 2 labs, and I do intend to use them. I might be a little bit low in terms of energy, but I think that's fine. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up the lab. We're gonna fill up all the labs. Yeah. But that's fine. Looking cool is absolutely a good thing. We can do some science here too. Right now, these scientists are only level 1. Since I like playing with the I like playing with Kerbals not having all the experience right away. Oh, this is also good. Gets put into the thing. So yeah, just gonna grab. Oh my god! I said I'm just gonna grab all the bonus XP for the lab. Obviously, these don't give anything anymore in the regular sense, but they do give something in the irregular sense. In the lab sense, which is good. Just good. And I want to transmit this science because we didn't have that yet. The Gravoli detector science. Now we have some more science to do. Crew reports. And one of you is gonna do an EVA. You know what? We maybe should have bought some. Did you put the science on that in or not? I'm not sure. We should have bought some EVA experiments, because those would also give additional science. See, this can also be scienced. I don't think there's any actual bonus from doing a lot of things twice. That's okay. So I'm thinking I should now increase the actual proportions of this, since I want to also get into a high orbit. I'm just kind of guessing what that entails, because I sure don't remember. So I'm just gonna go for a fairly high one. I should have enough Delta V. Even if not, I can always try and refuel. Because that's more science in high orbit. And then soon enough, we're gonna make an approach to Minmus. Which I do believe should get us a bunch more science. Currently, this is quite wobbly. That should be dealt with once we drop this part. A smart person would have actually looked, hey, how much do I need to do this correctly? But nah. This'll gonna do it. Like, how much Delta V do I need to get to Minmus and to stop there? By the way, I only now understand that you get, or figured out that you have to be, that you get the best, the cheapest burn if you're closer. Which I guess I should have used tier 2. No. I mean, I wanted to get into high orbit. Like, god damn it, this is wobbly. I need to turn off the gimbal of this at least once I've done the thing. I was super lazy there and didn't even wait. Now crew report. Did I never do a freaking crew report? I guess I never did a crew report. Oh, that's so weird. Some EVA data. Which we're gonna have a look at here. And it's already nicely producing science. Material study. Ah, now it's doing something. See, I knew this thing was going to do something in high orbit. And I was right. I can still store a bunch of stuff in there. Cleaning the experiment. Hmm. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to know which of these basically need to be in high orbit, which don't. And honestly, I only know because I looked at the wiki. Hmm. Also, a solar orbit is not one around Kerbal, by the way. In case you misinterpreted that one. That's around the... No, wait. No. Wait, what is a solar orbit? I'm thinking of a polar orbit. No, never mind. Well, science. I don't think I'm actually logging them twice, but whatever. Data, 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 and data. But I might be. Which should overall increase the science per day. Okay. That looks like all the science. Can clean up the current experiments. I can also use the modded part of this and get some additional research. Why not? Oh yeah, this thing is also kind of gonna function as a bit of you know, relay satellite, because why not? That's pretty good. Now it would be great if we could just get a flyby of the moon. But I'm pretty sure that with Minmus and a closer orbit of Minmus, we are gonna get the values anyway. We could also just straight up not stay at Minmus. That's the thing. But I am gonna set this as target. And I'm also gonna change our orbit a bit. This seems to be a little bit of... no. That's pretty good. Just a couple seconds of a burn. And we're very, like, oof, that was easy. Well, it was easy to get the knot right. Will it be easy to get? I mean, it's a 2-second burn, so it should be presumably be easy to get this. Do get food. Get your food. This time around I had a better breakfast, but that's just because Saturdays are more involved breakfast days. Also Saturdays are I'm not gonna eat lunch days, but that's a different thing. So yeah, go get your food. Mm, good enough. Good enough. This is so wobbly that there. Oh, yeah, that's a good time to turn off the gimbal of these vector engines. Like, dang. They do not work in my favor, I think. Now let's try and get an encounter. Hmm. That's not bad, even though I cannot see that much here. Mm-hmm. Da da da. It's gonna be a weird orbit. Also for the infrared telescope, I need to have a proper solar orbiter. So this is just a little bit of a problem. I'm not a fan of. But I'm not sure that I can get a better one here. This seems like a good one, or decent one at least. Even though the ascending angle, I am sure it's gonna give me some problems. I wonder whether it's better to approach from the other side, because you're slower. But it just, like that just takes more fuel. Because it's, I mean, the going from the other side thing does slow you down. But probably not significantly enough for this to be viable. Yeah, this looks good. Good enough at least. Sure. Let's get to it. Also, I hope that isn't one of these where it's just kind of messes it up for me. I had that happen once and it was just like, oops, guess I cheat. Da, mm, mm. Okay. Good, 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 good. Now do a burn. Ditch the rest of this thing. One day I make all of this more sustainable. But today is not that day. Like, have every stage be reusable. That would be cool. Would also require a lot more thought. Okay. Um, Gonna slow down a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna quickly drop a save in case things go wrong. Because if that happens, then I kind of just count this as a bug and I reload. Hmm. Ooh boy. Oh yeah, I done a lot of training missions on the moon and placed a lot of these little science outposts. So they're now giving a lot of science. I think we're good. Let's get into this focus view here. What? No, yeah. Yeah, you see? It's a little bit awkward. Why are you doing? Come on, give me that damn thing. Mm, um, let's keep it at a higher orbit. I think that's fine. Then we can do some things while orbiting. Also, I very much will have to use. I have to correct this still. To then become a solar orbit. 8 seconds should be fine. So let's warp there. Whoa. What is this? What? Oh. I was confused for a second there. What is this thing? Oh. That's one of the satellites I already had here. Ooh. Right. Quick interlude. It's time to change the appearances of a thing. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's make sure I'm controlling from the right place. Uh, what would that be? Probably here. Let me retrograde, and then we're gonna do a burn real quick here. Or not that quick, probably. I don't know why you show me this as not full at all. Oh well. Or rather, why you show me as having 0 delta V. Maybe I don't have any delta V here. Hmm. Well, I'm just gonna try to make it a little bit easier for some additional missions to this one later on. Mm-hmm. It's stable. And sometimes that's all you can ask. Da 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 da. Oh, that's what I want to see. Just no wrong movement at all. This obviously needs some proper production of fuel. And then we would be in a greater position. You actually haven't made a lot, huh? Like, basically this thing is almost completely useless, but it could be salvaged if I just get someone with some things on you. An engineer with some capabilities to put down things. Yo, do your luck. Okay. Now, back to the science. Back to the science. Go away, space debris. Hello, space lab. It's probably a thing where it might be useful to plan this with the moon in mind. That could be fun too. Well, first we're gonna warp to the thingy, the maneuver node, and then we're gonna have some fun. Once we point ourselves retrograde at least. If you wanna have fun, you need to point yourself retrograde. Now that I see it, in terms of docking, this wasn't perfectly designed. But I do have an engineer on there, so I can redesign some of these things. Honestly, that's just future-proofing. I don't intend to prove the future. But I do want to do the other thing anyway. Let's do a burn. Okay, that's good. Well, I mean, obviously we're gonna start with the small stuff. Conduct material study. We haven't even done this properly yet. So we're gonna just don't worry, we can redo this stuff. So oh, there's a lot of stuff we haven't done, huh? So I'm just gonna transmit these things. So we get the regular science. Then we're gonna redo this stuff for the other thingies. For the actual lab science. Oh, these we have done, huh? Makes sense, makes sense. Here you are. EVA report, and we're gonna keep it back in. We're getting there in terms of science. Which is good. So now clean all these experiments. Oh, obviously, we're gonna level up the crew. Which means we get more stuff. Can we transmit signs? Oh yeah, we can. Very good. We also have this. More science! And we have another one of these. Very good. And obviously now we have to put the things into the... Still got science left? I guess. Science. Weird that we still have science left to transmit here. That confuses me at least a little bit. Into the lab. Into the lab. I think there's still something with the lab here. Not a small amount either. And the material study into the lab. Good. I don't think you get different data from being in different biomes here. You rarely do. I'm pretty sure now for this. Oh wait, you don't. You don't have to be in the right orbit, huh? But you do have for object tracking. Oh, object tracking is for asteroids and stuff. I get it now. That makes a lot more sense. So, this. Are we full? You just should be able to put this into the other one, right? That's a little bit annoying. Because you've definitely been doing it for for some of the other things, huh? Maybe you have already done it? I'm not sure. Confusing. Maybe I have put it in one of the things. Entirely possible. Da, da, da. Actually, you need to go back in. I need to look at some of the other scientists. Because I'd want someone in this compartment. To put this here. Oh, that's almost full too. Hehehe, I like it. Let's give me a crew report from you. Yeah. We're getting 22 science now. I think this mission is a success. We can point ourselves a little bit different. So the solar panels can take the sun much better. I like it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's have a look at our individuals here. Everyone leveled up? Yes, everyone is leveled up. I think this is pretty good. This is definitely good. Probably even have enough Delta V to at some point try landing. You might ask yourself, don't we need some kind of, landing capabilities for that? And I'm saying, I mean, yeah, definitely. Anyway. I'm not even quite sure. Probably good enough. Probably good enough for today. Let's have a look around. Let's have maybe a look at... I'm not sure, like, what I'm gonna do today. We could start a mission to connect with one of the asteroids and get production going there. Oh, first things first. We should get some of the science. There are a lot of things here that is just not necessary. Which is weird. Oh, I could... No, I can't get this one in particular. I mean, I could start on some higher... Yeah, let's maybe at some point gonna start on making planes. That could be fun. There is still a lot to do. I could design a quick satellite, because I want to make one more kind of satellite. A thing with a very specific component. So we're gonna start with some basic satellite components. This. What is that generally classified as? This thing. So yeah, this is the thing. I want to get into space. Or rather, I want to get into polar orbit around Minmus to get some scanning going. And I like these things to have some double meaning. Let's see whether we can make this incredibly small. I think that would be fun. Maybe this time around, an iron engine would be perfect. This thing is small. I do want some better ways to turn this, obviously. We need some kind of adapter things to put on there. It seems small enough, so we could probably put a stack adapter of this kind here. But I'd like to go at least a little bit bigger. Okay, let's make this just a little bit different. Which means we're gonna put this kind of thing on here. This. These still go here. Which photovoltaic cells do I want to put on here? First, before any of that, I'm gonna put on some of these. Because that's just for safety. Now we're gonna do this, and we have a very, very, very basic satellite. This even, how can we even put these stack adapters here without it being really bad? Maybe 9 of these is fine. It probably is. Probably is. Gonna put some xenon tanks on there. Like this. And then we're gonna put some xenon engines there. And if we have any decent thrust to weight ratio, then I'm gonna be very happy. Kinda. Probably good enough to make the adjustments I want, but it might almost be overkill. So, what if we just have this? No. I mean, it's certainly a thrust weight. Again, it could work absolutely for Minmus. It is incredibly lightweight, and I think that makes it fairly decent here. Oh, but I cannot access this. Nope. You know what? F this shit. I'm gonna go standard. Nothing fancy like that. Nope, didn't want that. There are too many problems with this whole thing for it to work. So yeah, I do kind of think ain't viable. We're just gonna go with the classic thing. In fact, that is probably good enough. Almost definitely. At the very least, for actually being on Minmus. Put a decoupler here, put a payload. This is essentially a very tiny thing. Wonder if maybe it is, but no, that's already a 2.5. I think that's plenty big. So now we just need something that's above the ranges of volt. You know what? I'm gonna put in the bigger fairing. This one. I mean, sure, it's bigger, weightier, but it means I should have a better profile, I think. And I think that's worth it. Let's see. I do like the. No, actually, should I even have that kind of stuff? Maybe it's a bad idea to just put this here. And that's where we're gonna put the engine. This is incredibly tiny. And probably a little bit funny. Because my god, this is gonna be getting us quite far. Hmm. Minmus. What's this? Scanner. Minmus scanner. That's what it is. And that should be good. We got energy, science, we had all the things. I should really be... I think there's barely even any need to fasten this. Like, this is incredibly stable. And we're just gonna go like this. No problem, I think. Which is kind of funny if you ask me. But we can turn down our speed a bit. Oh, this is so nice. This is so nice. This is honestly a good application for something that is then gonna do other things in space. Especially if you connect the whole thing to Minmus. But that's not gonna be my intention here. Which might be a bit of a shame, I don't know. Okay. Put you in retrograde, prograde modus. And we're just gonna put on a Nova node, as always. Yeah, I think that could be one of these things where maybe I should make a little... Well, you have a little station. One of these applications for having a little station in space. Then I could just take this thing, refuel it, and it would be my complete stage. I mean, you have to you would have to refuel it with the same amount of fuel. Which asks the question, is that viable? Is that viable at all? Which is a good question, you know? I don't know. But maybe the better question is it gonna be fun? And I think it might be. And it's probably gonna be much less of an issue if you do it with either something that transport things with xenon gas. Since you can actually transport this, like you can with some of the colonization things, for example, you can in fact transport things. Let's just circularize this orbit. All good and dandy. You can... there's like Sionium or something where you can make xenon gas out of. You can make xenon gas out of. Oh, I love these things now, transmitting science all the time. Ah, it's fun. And again, those would all be things to do for fun. But then again, it's a video game. Everything I do here is for fun. Okay. Now we're gonna take a look at Minmus. I mean, if you don't like correct this part, I think that's just gonna be a pain. So I am gonna correct that part. And especially if it's just a little bit like this. You're all good. Doing this much correction is probably overkill. But sometimes you just gotta do a little bit of overkill. Okay, let's extend these solar panels. Even this stage still has so much fuel on it. Could be good. Maybe that's murder? Wait, what? Yum? I am confused what this is referring to. I understand that the yum is gonna be probably because you ate some food. It's good. Murder? Overkill murder, yeah. Listen, overkill is better than underkill, obviously. Yep. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Now let's make orbit. Nope. Seems we could almost do something now. Of the whole. We have some. There was some of our encounter there. Let's have a look at the values. God, I would love to have this one of these really weird orbits now. That would be an advantage. This seems a good approach, I think. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Um, ba, 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 da, ba, ba, ba. Hmm. So with that, I probably wanna utilize this thing. I mean, sure, it doesn't have anything to... It doesn't have any control modules on it. And it has stuff on it that I don't want. But if I make a rendezvous with an engineer, I could certainly retrofit this in space. Which could be a neat little project for some point at some point. Da, 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 da. A lot of things to potentially consider. And that could potentially be fun. Now get an encounter. Um, uh, well, we don't have one right now. Well, I mean, I should have either burned when I was actually close and not. Uh, yes, now we have one. That's too much. Which makes a lot of sense since I still have the incredibly powerful engines. Obviously, they're gonna overshoot this a bit. A bit and a half. And obviously, I shouldn't be eyeballing this. Um. Lots of obviously's. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this with a maneuver node. I'm just gonna go kind of crazy here. This is gonna do probably. I think that's a good approach. What am I saying? That's a nice approach. Oh, we can definitely limit this again. Looks more prograde that we want to burn here. Yep, that's definitely prograde. Da, 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 da. So now. That's very close, but that's not a bad thing. Well, I mean, it could be a bad thing. But I think it's fine for Minmus, generally. Yeah. Should be good. Yeah, that should be good. It is kind of a long burn. Oh, wait, it doesn't have to be a long burn. Obviously, now I'm gonna turn this back into. No, almost. No, it's a very, 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 very short burn. Okay. Which does take us 13 days until we get there. That's a. I do not currently care for asteroids, so I'm gonna ignore those. Let's just warp ourselves there. We're gonna get a huge amount of science just in the meantime. What? Okay, now I'm in the encounter. I was a little bit worried there. A little bit worried. Okay. I mean, seriously, it's gonna be so fucking easy. Yes, 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 yes. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. We are too close, in fact. Um. So again, did you need to be? Do we? Let's look at the stable polar orbit. Now, I'm actually not sure what the best place is to change these up. Hmm. Hmm. So I guess I'm gonna start changing here. The other way around, please. Um. Nope. No, that's the wrong one. Might also be one where it's easier to not do it in one step. Come on. I mean, that's not bad. Guess I can. Oh, that's too much. Like that looks pretty good. Maybe. Uh, that looks pretty good. Let's have a look at the values we need here again. Between 25k and 300k. So, yeah. We are even within our first part of this whole thing. Which is always kind of good. Let's point ourselves towards the node before we warp there. Which is not gonna stay exactly the same, if I remember correctly. Kinda. Kinda. But pretty close, if you ask me. And who else would you wanna ask? Okay, this looks good. This looks good. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Now, the important question is, do you agree? You do! Even got some science for it. Let's have a look at that overlay. What? No, what? You are confusing me. Monochrome? Like, is there nothing here, or you're not showing me anything here? Anyway, that was what we're trying to do here. Like, we have a bunch of things. This is not showing me anything. Heat map. What? Literally not showing me anything. Unless I am exactly on a side where there's nothing, which would be weird. Minerite, all kinds of things that I don't know what I mean. I am so incredibly... Oh, there's stuff, huh? But as a resource load, and you're now showing it to me, I guess that's how that works. But you're still not showing me any of these resources in an overlay. Inverse heat map. Heat map blue. Like, is there no overlay, or are you just being really weird? Hexagenes, lots of things that I barely don't know what they mean. I'm gonna check out the other one, because that one was working. This one that isn't? Weird. Weird, weird, weird. So I guess there are some resource loads, which I don't actually know. Oh. Oh. I could almost see it though. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, do I have to be in the map mode to see it? Really weird. And before I actually clicked on fly, there was some overlay stuff. Maybe it's just being weird today. I got no, that wasn't. I guess maybe don't focus. Maybe I'm just not gonna focus on it now. And instead, look at this thing, grab its science. Because this should also have some more science to transmit. Our new lab should have some more science to transmit. Lots of science to transmit. I do wonder whether we should maybe even put that lab on a different planet at some point. Whether that's a viable option. Ooh. There was, in fact, a lot of science there. I like it. A lot of science. Which is why it takes long to upload, huh? $140 science. 14, not 40. I like it. It's gonna slowly diminish, of course, but I think that's okay. Okay, now, obviously, we're gonna go to our space lab. Do the same thing here. I'm gonna figure out what these science loads mean on my own, obviously. And we have more science to transmit. Wonderful. Again, a lot of data to transmit. Which is not very visible because of this weird UI nonsense. Whee! That's good. More science. And you guessed it. More science. Which I'm gonna give to the lab in this case. More science. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good. The next options obviously would be to potentially land this on Minmus. Not quite sure where I want to. That would be for the same reasons, obviously, because then we can get more science on the planet. But that's only really viable once we have used up all our science, all our data. It's gonna take a while. Let's go to a space center. Spend that science, maybe. Maybe I want to save for specific base building things. There are a couple. There are definitely a couple. There's at least one thing where it's more viable for me to land labs. Which would be this planetary laboratory. There's this planetary converter, which would be useful. I'm gonna get this science container, which is also useful because then you don't have to plunk around that kind of annoying one. But it's gonna be a lot more science until we get that specific one. Now we're gonna have a look at the scanner around the moon, because that was the thing I was trying to look at. That's Minmus. Is that the one? I think that's the one. I only now see these resource loads, which there apparently are quite a bunch. Anyway, we're gonna have a look at this. I think that's the scanner. And I did use that to determine, yes, there is a bunch of ore where I'm currently. Exactly. Let's focus on the moon. Alright, I need to be at a different orbit, I guess. Oh, see, now the overlay works. I see. Maybe the cutoff was the problem. See, now it works. You have exotic minerals, gypsum, lots of hydrates all around, carbonite. I do not know what most of these mean. Which we didn't see on the other one. But at least we know that it should be working. I wonder why it isn't. Let's look again at the other one. We might have to restart the game, and I mean, obviously at this point, I'm just gonna call it a day. Um, Later on, I'm probably gonna look into this resource load stuff, which again is a modded thing, and see what that's anything. So no, you're still being uncooperative. Very uncooperative. Maybe there just isn't anything of these things on this part of the mon. Dude, kind of weird. There seemed to be some kind of xenon gas. Oh, I have almost seen someone with something with xenon in it. Probably shouldn't be concentrating on that at all. I have not. No, there's xenon gas, but it's not actually that something that, you know, could be here. So yeah. Don't know what's up with this. And what's that little dot? Anyway, I think that's gonna be it. We've done like 2 missions. Very successful with a lot of fuel left, which is always good. That's always fun. Yeah. Save the game. Now we can call it. As usually, these Saturday streams are supposed to be short. So, thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you on Monday. 6 p.m. GMT +1. Unless I suddenly have another urge to play another game, it's gonna be more KSP. Maybe at some point I'm gonna do a Duna mission. Or at least getting close to Duna mission. So, that's it.